Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome back to the IRO. It's race weekend, round number 6 at Le Mans in France. You see our weekend schedule, so we are just a couple of minutes away from the qualifying and Superpole session before we head into the 24-hour race tomorrow. That's should be green flag, I think, at 3 p.m. British summertime, and then we'll be there for you 24 hours. Don't miss any second of the racing action. Knock on wood. If the stream continues, of course. And then on Sunday, just after 3 o'clock, we should see the checkered flag and also have some race interviews for all of you. So hope you are excited, hope you are doing well. So yeah, today qualifying and Superpole. As always, 30 minutes qualifying session, then top 7 advance to the Superpole shootout for the pole position. Let's have a look at the track. So it's Le Mans. What a surprise. You see some statistics, facts on the display for you. Again, shout out to Evo for creating our lovely stream, not scream, I'm not screaming, I'll stream overlays, of course. You see the track map, 8.5 miles, 29 turns. We raced here last season and the esports race asylum. Number 44, they took the victory in that Corvette C7. Alright, I think I can get rid of that for now and go to the qualifying. Here we go. Room is getting prepared. So then, spectate, do all of that, and we should see hopefully a oh, that's the wrong counter, so we'll leave it without that. Then I think I have 20 minutes instead of 30. First lap moment of the weekend. Sorry for that. So yeah, we are just running with 11 cars today in this qualifying session. So 2 teams, they got a qualifying ban after last round's shenanigans in the qualifying session at Monza. So the Loose Moose Racing and the Project Platypus team, they are not allowed to partake in the qualifying session, but they will join the race tomorrow. Then we are also missing the Eric's Racing team, unfortunately, so they cannot participate in this event, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why today it is just 11 cars, drivers on the track for the qualifying. Probably won't make it any easier to get into the top 7 after the first 30 minutes. So if you have good eyes, you can still see the timer on the bottom left if you're wondering how much time is left. For Superpole we have the usual clock countdown timer then on display. And I'll also make sure I have the 24-hour clock running when we start tomorrow. Alright, yeah, so while I'm wobbling around and doing stuff, quickly going through the grid and a livery doesn't load. It was loading before, I swear. I saw that 45 for Maddie. It's a bit of a shame. Also, some other liveries, I think they're fine. So sorry, Richie, if your livery is not showing. Quickly double check. See if we are not missing any other livery. I think it looks okay from what I can tell. No Evo in the GTR for the 44. Then it's Gomez using the Viper, number 1. We'd see for Sector 7 the Boomers. King Ears for Grid Life. It's the correct livery. Maddie in the 45, not the 23, don't get confused. Honor. And that's the 77. Race Asylum BMW Cookies. That's also a different livery compared to the usual ones of our GT Finland Racer. Still the 66 showing on their car, so probably a special livery. Macho Monkey for our championship leaders. Sector 7 Esports, the number 7. Jake for Project 1 Racing in the Aston Martin. Cass, that's Mikugar, Sector 7. Also looks like it is a car change. So it's the AMG now for Mikugar and official for AHR in the 69 BMW. Alright, let's go. We jump on board with Evo, who comes out of Tetre Rouge onto the Mulsanne straight after the first sector. And we'll get a little rest then before the first braking zone for the chicanes. Just around the 100 on the left hand side, we go right, left, and right again onto the second bit of the long straight. Down towards the second chicane. And in good old GTR Nismo fashion, it's revving the nuts out of the cars. Again, roughly at 100. This time left, right, left. Go over on the curbs. Don't be too aggressive. The white lines are very strict at Le Mans in the game. You don't want to cut too much. Don't want to get those track limit penalties. That will slow you down. Alright, so just before the kink to the right, it's braking time once again into the Mulsanne corner. The second gear exit. Oh, nearly touched that gravel. And now on to the next long power section before we get into the famous Indianapolis and Anage section. A little lift needed probably. And then onto the brakes, third gear I reckon. Oh, second, 2. And then out of Indianapolis onto the brakes right about now. First gear for rotation, second gear on exit. Out of Anage we go into Porsche territory, just past the penalty zone. We'll probably see a couple of drivers getting slowed down in the zone, and now approaching the Porsche curves. Oh, we're starting with the double right, then into the left, little straight, left again. Now on to the brakes, drop a gear, 4th gear. And coming out of the Porsche curves at karting. Over the curb. Through the Corvette chicane. And approaching the pit entry on the right hand side. Into the first of the 2 Ford chicanes. Second Ford chicane, also the last chicane. And then we will see the first time, and it's a 3:55.3 for Ivo in the 44 car to set the first reference lap time. Maddie doing a 54.8, so half a second for the GTR. And last minute racing, Gomez currently in 3rd in that Viper 1. Cookies up to P4, no, down to P5 because Jake for Project 1 Racing in the Aston Martin did a 3:45.6. We were running with the other cars. Cass for Sector 7 Racing. Oh, that was wide. That could be a penalty. The AMG. Let's see. No. It was just a camera angle, I think. Official for AHR currently sitting in this P7 spot. So top 7, you know the drill, will advance to Superpole in the next session once this 30-minute session expires. We have a little break between the sessions. For now, it's the 69 in P number 7, and outside of the top 7 we have Grid Life Racing, the number 3 car, also P3 overall in the championship. The Sector 7 Racing Boomers in P9, and the honor for the 77. BMW in 10th, and we have an interesting approach here for our championship leaders, the number 5 Sector 7 Esports Lexus. Oh, they went in the pits. An outlap again, so they still have roughly 20 minutes. We'll see about that strategy. Maybe they had damage as well. We don't know. The fuel also, it won't be lasting for the entire qualifying session, so we will see Travers pitting for fuel and also for fresh tires throughout this session. Ivo pushed too hard, so that's just wanted to showcase the penalty zone and how much time you will lose for all of us. Yeah, Ivo in P2 for the Esports Racer Silent team. Gaps. .53 in Superpole. I don't know, Ian. It's less time. We had it quite often this season that during the Superpole the times didn't get faster compared to the qualifying session. The 30 minutes the driver could get into a rhythm, and the little break in Superpole, we never know. But then again, we have some mighty fast drivers in here also. The wind might change, so we never know. We currently don't have like a real advantage, I think, with the wind. Also damage, just spotted that for D1R into the pits, low on fuel, so no worries at this stage. But so no improvements at the sharp end of the grid. So now after 12 minutes. But we do see some changes around that P6, P7 spot. Official did improve for AHR up to P6. With Z, indeed, I missed that. Went to P4. Found a gap inside the top 7. Cookie's really close for the 66 GT Finland racers. Official, we saw that, and Gomez currently for Overboost Racing Team in the Viper in P7. So gaps to the cars behind. Cass just a 10th. King Gears for Trinidad needs to find 6/10 to sneak into the top 7. We're also missing Macho Monkey. Pretty sure they are a hot take for pole position, as always. Let's ride on board not on board, but we stay with Macho Monkey. Oh, he gets a 1 second penalty. That was a big off track. Definitely. So, no improvement. Miss Levent won't get him inside the top 7. Pretty sure about that. Still 14 minutes in. 15 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the qualifying session number 1. So we will see most of the drivers pitting now for a little bit of fuel and some fresh tires. So everyone that is low on fuel, and Evo is really low on fuel, even if there was a purple sector, you are not allowed to exit or directly into the pits. So if you want to pit and continue with your qualifying, you have to do an in-lap. And then do a just regular pit stop, change tires, refuel, and head out again. And that's okay. So Evo, with that really low fuel, he was purple, so maybe he thinks he won't be improving. 54.9. So let's see. So the fuel is very low. I don't know if they make it back into the pits. I mean, they can fuel save, but will lose some time. At some point, Maddie did the same, also running on low fuel. 54.9, so no improvement at this stage. Jake on the outlap. Yeah, probably the time. They should be safe with that. So what do you reckon for the cutoff time? So currently King Heroes in the meantime jumped to P6, so with a 56.2, 56.345 currently time for P7, a 56.4 for Gomez, just sitting outside of it. 56.0. You reckon 59 should be your ticket to the Superpole then? sure. A couple. So who is actually on a fast lap? Macho Monkey had to serve a penalty. Oh, that's the first lap in with a 58.4. He will be trying to get a banker lap in without a penalty, pretty sure. Otherwise, this would be quite an upset if our championship leaders wouldn't make it into the Superpole session later on. Close on the exit of Tete Rouge, but I think it is okay. Oh, good point, Ray. So, wind and Lexus. Oh, bit of a slidey entry into chicane. Is down on its personal best. But there was a 1 second penalty to serve on that 58.4. It's still more than 2 seconds, I think, in the end, that Macho Monkey needs to find. Again, close for track limits, in my opinion. Got away with it. So after the Mulsanne corner, we will see the next split sector time appearing on our screens. And it's just over 10 minutes to go in this session. Oh, purple now. Whoop. What? Okay. Oh, the straight wasn't too bad then with that Lexus. Probably. Still more than a minute to go in this lap. So now approaching Indianapolis. Just keep it smooth. A little bit of dust. Not purple anymore. Still a decent run. We see that somewhat improved. That was Gomez up to P6. So Kingiers now with that 56.2 on the bubble. We go back to Macho Monkey. So a sub 56, and they should be safe, I reckon. That looks smooth. Purple again. Yeah. Up and down. Different cars, different setups, different aero settings as well. We don't know. So just the 4 chicanes now for the Lexus. And we should see a new car appearing in the top 7, pretty sure. But that looked okay. Final chicane. Keeps it, touches the gravel, and it's P5 for now with a 55.9. So we heard like a 56.0 could be the cutoff time. 56.100 now. It is. So number 3 grid life outside of the top 7. 1.5 tenth. The 69 AHR BMW as well. Not much. Just maybe 2.5 tenths. They need 2 more tenths. It is for the AMG for Sector 7 Racing Mikuga and the 77 BMW for Race Asylum. They need to find a little bit more time. 58.0 for now with honor. No improvement on that lap. So who is on a flying lap? Maddie's on the out lap. Penalty doesn't really hurt. Ivo is on the out lap. Jake is on a flying lap. P3. 55.6 should be safe to advance to Superpole. Probably. And is improving. 3/10. What about Witt also on a timed lap, at least? We will get a sector time pretty soon. Also improving. Maybe track conditions are improving for everyone now. See, but on a good run. I think there is Macho Monkey P5 invalid lap. No, it's a bit weird, the penalty. Cookies needs 55.9. Maybe a 10th or 2 would help. So small improvement. Probably just what the doctor ordered to give them a little bit of a cushion and stay inside the top 7. It's 2 more laps for the drivers to improve. So Witzy did improve, stays in P4. What about Cookies? Say 55.5 up to P3. Oh, that's mighty close now between P3, 4, 5. Not much separating them. Where's Gomez? P7 now, still on the hot seat in the Viper. The outlap King Ears is also on the penultimate flying lap. I think with just under 5 minutes to go. Drivers should get this and another lap in. Where is official? Starting another run. Still needs to find roughly 3/10. Kaz starting the run. Where's Honor? Already on that lap. A bit down after the first sector. Where to find that time? Nearly 2 seconds. Can they do it? That was a bit deep for my liking. The first chicane, and that's a track off track. Oh, good catch though, but that's all the momentum gone and the penalty here. So maybe they get 1 more lap in. Fuel should be safe to do 1 more. Tires, we see a little bit of air. So let's quickly get you an overview again. IRO, Maddie for last minute racing. Oh, half a second. So mid 54s incoming, maybe. Evo won't be improving on that lap. So then the really close chase group, Jake, Cookies, with Z. I think they all should be safe to get into the Superpole. Another improvement for the Aston Martin. And then, whoa, a big drift coming out of Arnage. Might get a little bit of a slip. No, the Viper doesn't provide any of it. So the Aston Martin all by themselves approaching the Porsche curves. Lost a little bit, but still up. Could be looking at a P3 at this stage. It's tight. She's tight, whatever. And then we will see the drivers starting their final lap of qualifying number 1. And P3 for now. Maddie with that 54.3. With 6/10 that gap to Evo. He won't be improving on that lap, but he will get one more attempt. So P3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we saw that. Whereas King Ears didn't improve on that one. It's the final attempt for the number 3 to find 1.5 tenths to lift them up. There is official no improvement on that lap. Also one more lap in this session. Can the 64 advance to the Superpole? Find out. Solid run, not quick enough in my opinion. They have 57.3, so also final lap now for all of the drivers. A nice little toe for the Sector 7. It's down the straight. That Viper and the number 1 Viper could... I don't know. It's still P7, 1.5 tenths, but has no one to work with at this stage. Not part of their personal best. Penalty for Macho Monkey. P6. Is it enough for the number 5 car to stay inside the top 7? We have fast drivers still outside of the top 7 currently. King Ears official. Their slipstream is okay if you catch it. Bump drafting is a no-go in the qualifying session. Next time, what is it? He's improving a little bit, and you know the saying, every little bit helps. Gomez will be the first one to set that lap time. Then we'll go to King Ears and official. Gained a couple of tenths, so still improving on his lap time. That was close for track limits. And the final 2 chicanes looked quite stable. Viper and gets a good run. Could be an improvement incoming. It's a 56-0. All right. So where's King Ears? Coming out of Porsche Curves karting. That was even wider than Gomez. He got away with it. No penalty. Will it be an improvement? It's close. It's close. I don't think it is. It's a 56.6, so P8. Currently for the number 3 Grid Live Racing. What about AHR official pushing that BMW? Oh, and then the time ran out. Was that a mistake? What the actual beep? So that was quite unlucky. Okay. Race control. This shouldn't have happened. But then again, the maximum is 3 minutes. Of course, you can only set 3 minutes of extra time. The game is such a mess. We know. Okay, so yeah, it ran out. It's 3 minutes. Can't be any longer. Yeah. F. Okay. Still, like, this is the top 7. You have Maddie for last minute racing, Evo for esports, Race Asylum, Jake for Project 1 Racing, Witsy for the Sector 7 Boomers, Cookies then for the GT Finland Racers. In P6, it is Macho Monkey for esports Sector 7 team, and Gomez stayed in P7 for Overboost Racing. So King Ears for Grid Live, P9 it is official for AHR, Cas for Mikugar, Sector 7 in P10, and Honor P11. Alright, so I quickly leave the lobby and see if that fixes like the livery not showing for Maddie. Oh, let me quickly just bring up this one. Right here, everything network related, cache data. Try the lobby again, so hopefully this fixes the livery bug. Because I want to show Richie's brands inspired livery for the last minute racing team. Thumbnails are showing correctly, but I cannot tell if the car actually has the livery applied. We'll see. Oh yeah, so short break and then we go to Superpole top 7. Get rid of that once again. So let's have a look at our top 7 drivers. It's the 45 car, last minute racing, Nissan GTR Nismo. The number 5 Lexus Macho Monkey, and for the Sector 7 sports team, Cookies for GT Finland Racers, the 66 GTR Nismo. They also did a car change, right? They were running with the Corvette for most of the season. Jake for Project 1 Racing, Aston Martin Vantage. They swapped the car earlier on this season. C for the second Sector 7 team, that's the Boomers, I think, in that Aston Martin as well. Evo then for esports Race Asylum, the 44 Nissan GTR Nismo. was also a car change throughout this season. And Gomez for Obus Racing Team, they also changed the car already that season. So, yeah, I can bring up the overall standings after the 8 hours of Monza last month. The Sector 7 Racing Esports are leading. Comfortable lead for Esports Race Asylum. MP3, it's Grid Live Racing. MP4 for Last Minute Racing Loose Moose in P5. 6 Project 1 Racing GT Finland Races in 7. And here that drivers are readying up. So I need to prepare my graphics. Doopsie, and go to the spectate mode early on. So you won't be missing anything, and then I can bring up the countdown timer for everyone. Looks like everyone is ready. So then let's head into the 20-minute Superpole session. And here we go. So once again, Gomez leading the pits. That's the first car. Evo, Ritzy, Jake, Maddie. This time the livery is showing for the E45 car. Cookies and Macho Monkey. Our 7 drivers for the Superpole for the Le Mans 24-hour race this weekend. It's round number 6 of the 2025 GT Endurance Championship. So while the drivers are on their outlap, let's quickly bring up that calendar. So we had the 24 at Daytona, the 12 hours at Bathurst, the 8 hours off the Red Bull Ring, and the Nürburgring 24 hours. Last month it was Monza 8 hours. So this week it's Le Mans. Next month we head over the pond to the Glen, 8 hours of racing at Watkins Glen, and then to Japan, Fuji. We will go back to America for the Road Atlanta, 12 hours, and then we finish the season at Spa-Francorchamps with the final 24-hour race of this 10-round season. So we have a nice little camera shot showing all 7 cars at the end of the Mulsanne Straight. And we see a little bit of mind games. So basically no one wants to be the lead car, providing any slip for the other drivers. But I think Evo just flawed it now. But this is a really close group of cars. And some of them want to definitely get a little bit of a tow down the straights. And now we see the toe braking maneuvers. With C moving out of the way, so Maddie just goes for it. We have Ivo and Maddie, and then the other drivers, they want to probably stay close to the guy who set the fastest lap during qualifying number 1. And we have some gaps, Gomez, Cookies, and Macho Monkey. Alright. So Ivo, the first one to start the qualifying run for this Superpole. Let's go. With Z pitting. Interesting strategy. Getting out of the way, getting the track without anyone around them. Could be an interesting strategy. So Jake stayed with Maddie through the first sector, heading into the S's before Tete Rouge. One of the most important turns here at Le Mans to carry the speed for the Mulsanne straight. And of course, don't collect a track limit penalty. So far, Jake will be pleased that he can stay with Maddie on this lap. Now that gap opens up a little bit, better run through that chicane for the French driver in the 45 last minute racing GTR. Ivo all by himself, leading 46. I think Maddie a 10th up at this stage. Jake should be still close. Gomez 6, 7 tenths down at this stage. Same goes for Cookies. Oh, Macho Monkey again with a penalty. 46.3, that would be a very decent lap. Oh, and Ivo with a penalty. So also maybe a little bit of tactics now involved during that Superpole. You probably want to have 2 flying laps at some stage in those 20 minutes. So maybe Ivo will be aborting this lap and pit for fresh tires. Maddie very wide, the exit of Indianapolis. It was okay. Ooh, and Jake said hello to the barrier at the end with the exit of Anash. So what happened? Oh, that's a nice camera angle. Sorry, Jake, but that was a big one. Engine damage as well for the car. Oof, oof. So that's a forced pit stop for the Aston Martin, unfortunately. yeah, that's the car is wrecked, basically. So what's Ivo going to do? He stayed out. Okay. We will see Maddie with the first time a 55.1. Oh, we saw 54s, 54.3 qualifying session number 1. Oh, this will not stand, pretty sure, until the end of the session. So Gomez currently on the front row in the Viper. but everyone's struggling on that first lap here in Superpole. With Jake with that massive one, Macho Monkey also deciding it's probably best to pit after those penalties. So off sequence, qualifying for the 764 Aston Martin, the Sector 7 Boomers. And we see the car being repaired. So, and with just a little bit of magic, the engine damage is gone. Whoa, that was like a very hectic exit out of the pits. I'm pretty sure we will see 54's for pole position. So Betty was purple, where's Evo? Before currently, he served the penalty on that 56.6 so far. And without a penalty, it should be at least a 55, I reckon. So out of Mulsanne corner, both running very deep. Both getting away with the track limits. It could be that Maddie has a little bit of a toe before Indianapolis. The two GTRs are wide again. Pretty sure that Maddie has the slipstream now, approaching the Porsche curves. You should see that 54 or Ford, the French driver. What about Evo? Kept it clean this lap. 1.2 yeah. So definitely a 55 incoming. Oh, that was wide. I think that was track limits on the exit of karting. Did he get away with it? He did. Maybe a little bit of a connection benefit. Maddie pitting. Oh, interesting. Oh, feels like he has more time in him. I saw definitely purple sector times, but nevertheless Evo with that 55.2 up to P2 for now. Gomez P3 with an improvement, 55.8. Whereas Cookies, no improvement in that lap. Stays in P4 for now. Outlap for Macho Monkey. Witsy on the first timed lap. This could be a 55 as well. No, 1.5 second. That is this lap invalidated, and the next one also like can bin it already. So that's definitely not what they had in mind. Macho Monkey now starting his first hot lap. Where is Jake? Completing the outlap. Just under 7 minutes to go. Let's do it on board in the Aston. let us see Macho. Every time I go to Macho, he's carrying a penalty. You probably don't want to see it. But I can do it. So your wish is my command. But if he gets a penalty, it's not my fault, right? Well, we jump between Jake and Macho, and they're separated by a couple of seconds on the track. You get the extra bonus that the game decided to show us sector times for the cars as well on the bottom right for Macho Monkey. So you can probably tell if it's a fast lap or not. The optimum says 55.6 at the moment. That would be row number 2. P3 probably. To 13.5. So what about Jake coming out of Mulsanne? 13.9, so Macho Monkey 4/10 quicker at this stage. Optimum going down 35.3. Very wide again on the exit of Indianapolis. Anash. Where is Jake? So his favorite corner. Better. And back to Macho Monkey into the Porsche curves. They go. Improvement for Cookies and the 66. So out of the Porsche S's carting. That should be okay. That line. Corvette chicane. No drama. And it's a 55.0 provisional pole position for Macho Monkey. Where is Jake? Into the 4 chicanes. $56.55.7 Jake P4. No. So Maddie. Now 2 more laps. Probably this and another one for Maddie. We need to remember just 3 minutes of overrun. Now it's close at the top. A bit of a slide. 3/10 purple for Maddie and last minute racing. There's Evo. 11 seconds. Pretty sure that's the end of the qualifying session for the 44. The time remaining. Second chicane, no drama, 4/10 up. It's driving slow and the fuel is like on very low. I can barely see any red there, so I don't think that Evo will get another fast lap in. Still 4/10 for Maddie out of Mulsanne corner. It's right on board into Indianapolis. Should be still up half a second. No drama. So it should be well into the 54s. Into the Porsche curves, you go fourth gear, accelerating, staying in fourth gear, fifth gear for a brief moment. Staying in fifth, down to fourth, I reckon. Understeered a little bit. Now just needs a good exit at karting. He does that, nearly 200 kph on the exit. That should be the new pole position. 54.5. 54.569 for Maddie. Where is Macho Monkey? Can he get it? So he had some personal bests sectors. You see it on the right hand side. This could be pole. This could be pole. It is 54.9. No, it's 4/10, but P2 for Sector 7, number 5. Evo stays in P3 by the looks, unless Jake gets a better lap in 54.55.5. Improved, stays in P4. Gomez finished, and then the qualifying finished again. So let me just this one, and we grab the results. Here we go. That's all I'll do. So the 45 GTR last minute racing with Maddie taking pole position, 54.569, 4/10 the gap to Macho Monkey for the number 5 Lexus RCF for Sector 7 Racing Esports. Row 2 we have Evo 44 Esports Race Asylum Ismo and Jake for Project 1 Racing in the Aston Martin V12 Vantage. Then row number 3 we have Gomez in the Viper for Overboost Racing alongside with C, the second Aston Martin on the grid for the Sector 7 Racing Boomers. And P7 we have Cookies for GT Finland Racers, that 66 Nissan GTR. Alright. And that was qualifying and the Superpole. So then let's quickly have a look at one of the weekend schedule. So that was the Friday session. So tomorrow we will be live. See it here. 2:45 British summertime with the warm-up formation lap, and then the green flag should drop at 3 p.m. and then the entire 24 hours, 12 stints as always, and then we see the checkered flag on the Sunday with hopefully some post-race interviews for you. So just a quick look at the weather forecasts. So it's just boring, it's just sunny, so no one really was thinking about the spectators and the commentators. So now the drivers and the teams will be happy, so no unexpected downpours. So for this race it's just lovely 24 hours racing at Le Mans without any weather drama. So just to finish, so where we left, so a quick look at the overall championship standings after 5 rounds. So we had that earlier on, but we'll go through it once again. So Sector 7 Racing Esports 1, Esports Race Asylum P2, Racing P3. We saw that last minute racing. Then they moved up the order after Monza. Or currently Loose Moves Racing in P5, Project 1, then in P6. That is really, really close between P4 and P8. You see close gaps with the points, so anything can change after this one. Again, in P9, then we have Project Platypus. P10, Cougar team for Sector 7 Racing, followed by their Boomers team. In P11, P12, then Apex Hunter Racing. P13, Eric's Racing, who sadly cannot compete this round, and races are on black, the 77 BMW in P14. All right. That's it from my side. So, and the host has also ended the game. And on that bombshell, we end the program. I hope to see you tomorrow for the race. Until then, take care. Have a nice rest of your day and see you soon. Bye bye.